So, Yaorana, and welcome to Tetaroa, this beautiful atoll with its pristine environment that Marlon Brando discovered while starring his movie Mutiny on the Bounty in the early 60s. Today, my name is Boris, and the Brando team and I, we will be pleased to take you on a visit of this eco-resort, the Brando. But for now, we will meet Cindy, our reservation department manager, which is waiting for you at Air Tetaroa Terminal within Tahiti National Airport. Enjoy your experience.
Now, Boris, before we get started, just 1 second, please. Hello, everybody. Bonjour, bienvenue. Welcome. My name is Stephen Smith with Direct Travel and Vision Travel, and I am delighted to be here with you. And I am so delighted that you could join us this evening as we discover the Brando in the South Pacific. And I dressed for the occasion, as you can see. I thought it was appropriate. I am in Toronto and it is freezing cold here. And so I am delighted to be seeing these wonderful images and be treated to this experience with you this evening. So before we get started, I'd like to remind you that we have a Q&A module in the Zoom platform. So if you have any questions, please enter them into the Q&A module, and we will go through every question we can at the end. We will respect your time, but hopefully we get some great questions about the Brando and the experience there. I am delighted that Pleasant Holidays and Journeys could help facilitate this event for us, and we will hear from them later during the Q&A. And so until then, you just met Boris from the Brando. He will be our live host on location at the Brando and is going to take us on the journey. So Boris, over to you, and I believe Cindy.
All right, perfect. So let's start it again. Yaorana, and welcome to Tetaroa, this beautiful atoll with its pristine environment that Marlon Brando discovered in the early 60s while starring its movie Mutiny on the Bounty. Today, the Brando team and I, we will have the privilege to take you on a visit of the eco-resort, the Brando. But for now, you will meet with Cindy, our reservation department manager, who is waiting for you at the Air Tetaroa Terminal National Airport. Enjoy the journey, enjoy your experience.
Yaorana, welcome to Tahiti. Can you all hear me? Welcome to Tahiti. Can you hear me? Ils m'entendent pas.
Yes, we can hear you, Cindy.
Oh, okay, perfect. So we're now at the Air Tetaroa Lounge. It's located in the private terminal of Tahiti Airport. When your clients arrive from an international or domestic flight, our dedicated driver will welcome them and will drive them to the lounge by car. It's a very short ride. It's about 1 or 2 minutes. So here is the map of the island of Tetaroa. This is an atoll made of a dozen of small islets surrounded by a coral reef. We call islets in Tahitian motu. When you fly over the lagoon, you will really be amazed by the 50 shades of blue. The Brando Resort is located in a private motu. It's this one right here. So now let's go and see the check-in process. Voila.
Yaorana.
So here is the check-in desk where you will just need to present your passport and you will be given a boarding pass. Then your luggage will be weighted right here beside. And you will go through afterwards this usual security process that you find in any other airport. Please follow me to the lounge now. So we're now inside of Air Tetaroa Lounge. It's a comfortable space where your guests will be waiting for about 20 to 30 minutes. While they wait, they can have access to Wi-Fi, they can take a drink. There are tea, coffee, soft drinks available in the lounge. Just for you to know, the lounge is entirely sanitized after the departure of each guest. Before boarding, clients will be invited to watch a security video for a few minutes. And then, once the aircraft is ready, you'll be invited by the pilot and the
The weather is pretty good, and we have seen some whale around the island this morning. Have a good flight.
The aircraft is now waiting for you. It's time to enjoy your sight in paradise.
Thank you very much. So, Tetiaroa is an atoll 30 miles away north of Tahiti. It takes about 20 minutes to reach Tetiaroa by plane from Tahiti, actually. Air Tetiaroa has two types of plane. They have two Britten Normans with 6 seats and two Twin Otters with 15 seats. Air Tetiaroa operates flights from Tahiti to Tetiaroa, but to satisfy our guest request, they will also operate charter flights from Tahiti, but even from Moorea or the well-known Bora Bora. Now, the planes arrive in Tetiaroa Private Island Airstrip, where you will be greeted by the charming voice of Tepua.
Yaorana, e mai vai Tetiaroa. In Tahitian language, good morning, good afternoon, or hi, Maeva, welcome. Thank you very much. Yaorana.
Welcome to the Brando.
Oh, Morururoa. Here we have a Tiare Tahiti. In Tahitian Islands, it is our national flower. And as you can see, we have many Tiare Tahiti trees here. We have a tradition here. If you wear the flower on the left ear, it means that you have someone in your heart. On the contrary, if you wear the flower on the right ear, it means that you have no lover. Let's begin with a refreshing towel, Maurururoa, and watch the entertainers for a greeting dance. Now the best part. We let's first say goodbye to everyone. Nana! Maururu! And now, welcome to the Brando.
Yaorana, again, welcome to the resort center. As you can see, we highlight noble materials, like the wood is really well present on the resort. This perfectly integration into the environment is from the common vision of Marlon Brando, of course, himself, but also of Richard Bailey, our CEO and chairman, that they shared this vision of protection of the environment. So that's the resort center. We have 2 boutiques, actually, from the Inerava Pearl Shop, the famous pearl of Tahiti. And let me introduce you to Orama for the souvenir shop of the hotel. Please follow me. The environment is really green, as you can see. Our guests are perfectly, directly diving into this tropical environment. On the right side, we will visit our restaurants. So first, we have Les Mutinées restaurant. Les Mutinées is a French cuisine gourmet restaurant open by night. And as you can see, the architecture is like an upside down Tahitian outrigger. So our guests may experience a gastronomic evening here at Le Mutiné restaurant. Yorana. And we have two other restaurants. Please. We offer a Japanese experience with the teppanyaki restaurant. And our guests are welcomed by our Japanese chef, please. Kaito, Yora, how are you? Yes. And finally here, we are please, at the Beachcomber restaurant. So the Beachcomber Cafe, where our guests may enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day with its breathtaking view. Actually, during the season of the whales, people may enjoy breakfast while seeing the whales jumping right in front. And this is also where is happening every Friday night, the Polynesian show at 8:30. Now we will discover the Bob's Bar. Follow me. Is in reference to Robert, who was Marlon Brando personal assistant. Actually, they had to spend a lot of time at the bar, which was named the Dirty Old Bob, the bar they had here on Tetiaroa on the past century. Yapana. All right. Yapana. So today, the Dirty Old Bob, please, is the name of our signature cocktail. We will keep the recipe for us. It's a secret of our bar team, but I can assure you that our guests really enjoy it. And Bob cocktail, I will prefer the Coco Cool with fresh coconut water and a natural straw. Manuya. Just to give you an idea, this is how looks the Dirty Old Bob cocktail. It's really delicious.
Boris, you just made me very thirsty, and probably hundreds of other people watching.
I hope so. So this area that you just discovered is the bar and pool area, where our guests may enjoy a light lunch, but also cocktails from maybe from morning to sunset. We have another bar open by night, which is called the Temanu Bar, actually. So here is the main pool of the hotel. Even though all our private villa has their own pool, our guests may enjoy a private time here on the pool and beach area. Thank you for the visit of the resort. And now you will meet Pauline at the spa for another outstanding scenery. Thank you very much.
Yorana, I'm Pauline, I'm the assistant manager, and I welcome you to Varua Teora Polynesian Spa. Just a few meters away from the beach and Blue Lagoon, we enter here a completely different world of green and wild nature. I let you admire the view. Such a view brings awareness to the necessity of preserving the nature around us as the same nature brings this kind of view with peacefulness. Our spa receptionist, Caroline, is here to assist our guests with their spa reservation and to better guide them into a personalized experience. Now, I invite you to discover through a tropical path the spa in complete osmosis with its environment. The bird nest you see behind me represent our bird sanctuary located on a different motu, but here there are changing rooms. Here, our guests are provided with a pareo, a traditional Polynesian outfit, perfect for a Polynesian experience. Tahema, our Polynesian therapist, is waiting for his guests. On this way, hidden among the trees, sits the Wharemanu, an exceptional suite nesting like a cocoon between heaven and earth. Now, I invite you to follow me to discover the soul of the spa across the bridge. Surrounded by this freshwater lake, an oasis is revealed with its special atmosphere. A place where the royal family Pomare would come to reconnect with oneself, the nature, and the mana, which means the spirit of Tetiaroa. Yes, they too. In fact, analyses have shown an organic substance like gelatin used for body scrubs and body wraps by the queen herself. Growing all around the spa are plants used for herbal tea and even detoxifying food baths. On this way, we have quiet spaces, including steam baths and waterfalls. Hidden among many shades of green are treatment rooms offered to our guests as signature and traditional experiences. Should they wish to relax, a tea lounge open to its tropical garden offers the ideal moment of peacefulness. Yorana Audrey, our guests can taste here our signature iced tea with honey from Tetiaroa. It was a pleasure for me to show you the spa, and I hope to welcoming you soon. I now invite you to join Charlotte for the visit of our villas. Maruru. Yaorana, and welcome. The guests can have the occasion to use bicycle, tricycle for kids, and babysitter as well during their stay. So they will have the occasion to visit the islet. As you can see, we also have the number of the villa so that there is no risk of exchange between each guest. Please follow me to the villa. So each villa has its own passageway, and you can see that it's surrounded by vegetation, as we really want the guests to be sheltered and secluded from any other guests. We really want to respect the privacy during their stay here. So the vegetation and some privacy experience here. So welcome to your villa during the stay. So we are now inside of the living room where the guests can have the mini bar, and upon arrival, they have the occasion to open a little bottle of champagne and to eat some of our famous macarons made from our own honey, which we have our own hives on site. Very tasty nectar, very delicious and very much appreciated by our guests. So please follow me to the bedroom area. So a very big bedroom area with its own dressing and bathroom attached to it. Very nice with the outdoor. And we have a beautiful view of the lagoon just in front of it. And if the guests want during the evening, they can have the opportunity to watch some TV as well, thanks to these little boxes right here. But we do recommend them to watch this beautiful view as it is just magnificent. So each villa is equipped with its own private outdoor, its own private swimming pool, and a little terrace where the guests can have the occasion to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner outside and to enjoy the sun and the beautiful weather that we have here in Tetiaroa. A little bit earlier, I told you that we really wanted to respect the privacy of our clients, and you can have it as well just in front of the villa. Vegetation. And you have your own private. So you see no guests. This is totally private, and they have a beautiful view of the lagoon, which our guests have the occasion to explore a little bit more during one of our excursions. And I do believe that we have Tioni on one of the islets, so I will leave the visit to him. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. While we're waiting, I just thought I'd jump in and.
Hi.
Oh, we're there. I will jump out.
Hi, guys. Do you hear me?
We do.
Hello there.
Hi, Tahoni. We can hear you.
Hi, guys. So my name is Tihoni, and welcome here in the beautiful lagoon of Tetiaroa. So I'm part of the organization of Tetiaroa Society. I'm the head guide. So Tetiaroa Society is the organization 501c here to protect this atoll of Tetiaroa, and we are taking care of the tour that will be with a guide, but also of different educational programs with kids here in Tahiti, but also overseas. And also we are taking care of all the scientific park and scientific program that we receive here. So right now we are on our boat that you will have to go on tours here in this beautiful lagoon of Tetiaroa. So Tetiaroa Society is taking care of the education with a lot of kids here in Tahiti, but also overseas. Like just a few weeks ago, we received some kids from France, and they're here to discover this atoll of Tetiaroa. So everything about the fauna, the flora, but evidently about the culture and the archaeology and the history here. So in these programs and everything, we are working with scientists that are running their studies and researches here on the lagoon, on the fauna and the flora. They give us some information about everything. And thanks to this, we can give beautiful tours to all the guests of the Brando. So at the Brando, if you're going to go on tour, maybe you will end up here in this beautiful place that we call the Queen's Bath. And here we are at the north of but also on the where you have Onepi, where the hotel is. And on the south here we have, but basically, I'm sure that you will enjoy coming here on this beautiful place of the Queen's Bath to enjoy the sand and the sand of this place, because the sand is one of the finest of the whole atoll. And of course, to have a beautiful sight on this view with the 50 shades of blue. Everybody is coming here on this tour had at least one picture close to this beautiful tree that we're here just before we began all the tours, but also to enjoy the beautiful sand to make a scrub like our dear friend Rohe is doing right now. So guys, if you really want to come, please enjoy this view, and I will be extremely happy to take you on tours.
Hello again. So I hope you are enjoying your visit. More than being a breathtaking place and an exclusive hotel, the Brando also reached sustainability. Here, we are in the middle of the 4,000 solar panels we have on the airstrip, and this sun energy provides us 75% of our needs in electricity. This part, the sun part, is just a glimpse of the popular green tour. This green tour, the tour that we suggest to our guests, it's like a behind-the-scene tour to understand better all the sustainable aspects of the result. They may understand how conditioning, thanks to the SWAC, the seawater air conditioning system, that pump water at almost 3,000 feet deep, where the water is. And this deep sea water provide us the to cool the entire result of the Brando. And also we have a waste management system to reduce our impact on the environment. And we produce our own fresh water, potable water. And we have a botanic garden where we produce fruits, vegetables, and herbs that the chef will use daily in the kitchen to satisfy our guests. Finally, we also have preservation and conservation projects, such as the control of the mosquitoes population. Because yes, here is a real paradise. It's a beautiful tropical island with no mosquitoes on. So that's just a glimpse of the green tour. And for now, I think we're done with the visit of the resort. I hope you join Silvio on the beach for the question and answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Boris. That was incredible. Look at that view, everybody. Wouldn't we all love to be there with Boris? I understand that sustainability is something Boris is very passionate about, and I would love to go on that green tour and hear all about it.
I would be pleased to do a green tour for you, actually.
That would be wonderful. And so to all of our guests here, we are going to go into the Q&A portion of our evening, and I would like to express so much thanks. As you can probably appreciate, they are broadcasting from the middle of the South Pacific, so from time to time the internet was a little spotty, but I thought it was really great. We only broke up a few times, so what a great experience. And there with Boris is Silvio, the general manager of the Brando, our good friend, and we're so pleased that they could arrange this and give us this amazing tour of their wonderful property. And I know I cannot wait one day to go and enjoy a dirty old Bob with Boris and with Silvio. So with that, I think I'm going to invite Stephen Parre on from Pleasant Holidays. I see we have a poll that we are asking if you wouldn't mind providing your thoughts in our poll, just so we can get an understanding of how you're thinking. I know it's an interesting time for travel. I know one of the questions is related to travel. I see lots of questions coming in, so we'll address them. Everybody has different opinions about how they feel about travel. And the number one thing I would suggest is that you talk to your travel advisor at Direct Travel or Vision Travel, and they can talk to you about all the different restrictions, whether there are any, and what that means for you as you plan your future travel. So let's jump into the Q&A. Stephen, are you there to hop on camera? There we are, Stephen Parre from Pleasant Holidays. Now, did you want to just talk a little bit about Journées and Pleasant Holidays, Stephen, before we get to the Q&A?
Sure, that'd be great. If I could just take a couple minutes. Thank you everyone for being here. Brando team, thank you. That was outstanding. I think it went exceptionally well. So thank you for being able to do this. If you're not familiar with Journées, we are part of Pleasant Holidays, the luxury division of Pleasant Holidays. Pleasant Holidays has been around 60 years. We have a great partnership with Direct Travel and Vision Travel. And we offer the Brandos. So you're able to get the Brando through Journées. Pass-through amenities are also offered. So that's a great feature. That's really all I want to say about Journées specifically. I don't want to take up too much time and want to answer questions. There is traveler support information on our website that all agents can access. That is a useful tool because it will go over all entry requirements as they change. So I know that will be a question that is asked tonight. So that is an option on our website. We can go over questions.
Great. Okay. Well, let's start. I'm going to start with one. Now, there are a few questions in the chat, and that's fine. But if you can enter them in the Q&A, it helps us manage them. Now, okay, the first one, I think this is a very, it's a perfect way to start. How long is the flight to get to French Polynesia? And let's say we're connecting through LAX.
So from Los Angeles to Tahiti, it's about 8 hours.
8 hours. Perfect. Thank you. Now, next question, is the resort all-inclusive?
Yes, actually, our guests have two options. One all-inclusive option where they will have, of course, the villa, all the meals. The all-inclusive package also includes treatments at the spa and excursion, as Tioni introduced it. So it's really all-inclusive with no more expenses, except, of course, premium, such as wine or specific dish they will ask at the restaurant.
Yeah, just to be a little bit more precise on the spa treatments. Yeah, every villa can enjoy one spa treatment per night. So meaning that a couple can have a spa treatment together every day out of 2.
And the other package we offer and breakfast package. So in this condition, our guests will have extra expenses, bringing the meals for lunch, dinner, and also for the spa and excursion.
Perfect. Thank you. Now I'm going to say, Boris, I think because you guys have split up the AirPods, you need to stay close to Silvio. For some reason, when you stay close to him, it sounds better, just so everybody can hear. All right. Thank you. Okay. So when is the season of the whales?
Oh, the season of the whales starts every July and ends late October, early November. And actually, when the whale season ends, the turtle season starts on. So right now we're in the middle season, and you have to know that Tetiaroa is also a sanctuary for green sea turtle. This year, it should 3 years ago, we expect about 50,000 to hatch here from Tetiaroa.
Amazing. You cut out a little bit, but I think you were saying it's a sanctuary for green sea turtles, and you had 50,000 turtles hatch?
So actually that was the number 3 years ago, and you know it's cyclic. So this year should be the same. We had a really good start of the turtle season, and the turtle season starts in October and ends in April. But regarding the figures we have so far, it should be a really good season. So quite similar to the 50,000 babies hatching here from Tetaroa.
Incredible. What I heard there was there is always something amazing to see at the Brando. Whether it's whales or turtles, that sounds fantastic. Okay, so what is the temperature typically, and do you get a breeze off of the ocean?
Yes.
Yes, hopefully we have the breeze. You know, right now it's 2 p.m. here, local time. So it's a bit hot and sunny, but of course we have this breeze to refresh us.
And the water just behind us is very refreshing. So we make cut off the video and just jump into the water.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, do you have scuba diving at the resort and a dive center?
Yes, yes, we do. We do have an instructor on site with a boat that is available for a dive, two tanks and one tank dive every day if in the afternoon. And during the whale, we do organize with the dive shop. We do organize the tour to go and see the whales, and also if you are lucky enough to be able to get into the water and see the whales from the water while snorkeling.
Amazing. Now, somebody's asking here that they're saying they don't see any guests. Are there guests at the resort now?
Right. Oh, yes, we do. But as we said, there is a lot of privacy, and so you hardly see the guests during the day. That's what our clients say most of the time. You can see that we have guests when you get to the bar around lunchtime or at breakfast in the morning, maybe, because we have a lot of guests that are having their breakfast in their villa. You have seen the patio during the visit of the villa. So they enjoy that very much. And you can see also the guests when you come to the restaurant at night. But otherwise, yeah, it's very much private everywhere.
Thank you. Excellent. Now, when do you suggest is the best time to visit?
Oh, we lost you.
We lost you. We didn't hear the question.
Oh, when do you suggest is the best time of year to visit?
Time of the year is the best time. In fact, the best time is your time. So anytime you would like to come and visit, there is always something to see, to do. Of course, we have a rainy, what we would say, a rainy season, which is like Hawaii. But again, this rainy season, you may have a very strong, what do you say, rain for an hour or half an hour, but then it clears up and you have a wonderful weather again. And very often these showers are during very early in the morning or in the evening or late at night, you know, so most of the time you can enjoy your day.
I will just add that
Wonderful.
Jumping at breakfast time is really nice to see. It's a nice scenery. So this is happening mostly in August, September, October.
Excellent. Now, you said that there you bring in water from 3,000 feet deep, and that cools the resort. So that's essentially what is used as air conditioning?
That's right. So, you know, all Polynesian islands are volcanic islands. So behind us, you see the reef. And when you just pass the reef, it's like the deep ocean really quickly. And so our pipe reach the reef and then dive at 3,000 feet deep. And this deep sea water is used to cool a system made of heat exchangers. Actually, I will not go so deep in the explanation, but we use this to cool another loop made of fresh water goes to the villa and all the installation of the reef to reduce by 90% the energy consumption for air conditioning compared to a conventional air conditioning system.
That's incredible. Very, very amazing.
And the one,
Now,
one thing just to add, because we think that the water is very much, this deep water is very much interesting. So what we do is we produce our own salt that we use in our French gourmet restaurant. And so we produce the salt from that deep ocean water. So this is the only deep ocean salt maybe in the world. Another thing special.
Amazing, amazing. Now, Boris, I think when I was talking to you previously, you talked about the bugs. Are there bugs?
Oh, no bugs on the island. As I
Mosquitoes.
said, so mosquitoes, you know, we are controlling the male. Actually, we work with entomologists.
Oh, we've lost you, Boris.
And this, yes, you hear me?
Oh, we hear you now, yes.
So I was telling that we work with entomologists, doctors in insects, and in an institute based in Tahiti, they will raise mosquitoes, only male, because actually male will never bite, only the female bites and transmit diseases. So we receive this male by plane here, we raise them for 2 days, and then we release them. And this male will mate with the local female and make them sterile. So then no new generation, the population just collapse. And we succeed to control the mosquitoes population on site. So no, not anymore mosquitoes to bother us or our guests.
Wonderful, thank you. Now we're going to go back to the water. How is the snorkeling in the area in terms of fish variety and the colors of the coral reef?
So right now, you know, Charlotte show you a villa located on the mermaid side, but now we are on the Turtle Beach area, and the Turtle Beach area has a coral garden. So our guests may enjoy their own snorkeling excursion at the coral garden here. Otherwise, we suggest an excursion which is called the Reef Quest, led by one of the Tetiaroa Society guides, and they will go on another part of the lagoon to enjoy much richer biodiversity and fauna and flora underwater.
Excellent. We have another question. How long is the travel time from Toronto? I think it's about 5 hours to LA and then another 8 hours. So probably about 13 hours just for anybody wondering from really the East Coast of North America. We do have some questions about the cost, and what I'm going to say is it varies. And so the best thing to do is to talk to your travel advisor, and they'll get you the cost. If you're looking for a range or looking for a time of year, they can talk to you about the cost of a week or a 2-week period at the Brando. Now, Silvio, how far apart are the villas from each other?
In meters, minimum. We didn't count because the thing is that we have the most important thing is we have between the villas, we have natural fences that are made of the local plants of Tetiaroa. So you can't see each other and you hardly hear anyone. But I would say in meters, we are something like 40 or 50 meters away from each other. So it's a total privacy. And the thing really, and this is really from what our guests share, what they feel is because you have this fan, but also you have a lot of space, private space in front of Charlotte showed you a little bit earlier, but also you have a long distance from the entrance of the villa to, I would say, the main walkway. And so you have a real total privacy. And what our guests say is that once they get to the resort, in fact, they get to an island, to a private island where they have a little village, which is a resort center. And then they get to their own villa, which is their own private home on a private island. And this is really the feeling that they have because they hardly see people around. So they consider themselves as being the only one on the island.
And I will just add, you know, at the beginning of the visit of the resort, I was introducing the noble materials. You have to know that the Brando Resort is LEED Platinum certified, LEED, and I guess you know this certification for buildings. And we have regarding the energies. Also regarding the
we lost you a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
I was just explaining that we are LEED Platinum certified. So this LEED Platinum certification is explained by the fact that we optimized all the energy in the villa, but also that we were using noble materials, compostable or biodegradable, and we are perfectly integrated into Tetiaroa's environment. So that's explained also the privacy and the distance between every villas, and also we had to respect the line for the turtle to pond the beach. That's why all the villas are just behind the garden with all the coconut tree around, because our guests, by the morning or the evening, some desk telling that they have a turtle on the beach, and this happens almost every week at this time.
One thing also I wanted to add, Boris showed you he was getting into the resort center. All these big pillars that you can see there at the resort center or at the villas, all these pillars are made of ironwood. And these ironwood trees are all coming from the island. You have seen the island, it's not that big, but we have been able to reuse these trees, the trunks of the trees, to build the pillars of the villas in order to recycle these trees that we had to remove at some stage.
Excellent. So a few more questions, actually lots more questions, but the next question, what is your maximum number of guests?
80, I would say 84.
84. And is it open for kids and teens as well?
Kids friendly, from the little babies, and the department has all the equipment for the little babies, from the little beds, the baby crib, the heater for the bottles, I mean everything. So the basin, etc. So you don't have to bring anything from home.
And the guides from Tetiaroa Society offers a lagoon school, so they can take our guest kids on an excursion and explain them on this islet. I mean, but take them on the beach, for example, and have a ludic way to understand how the turtle ponds or how to recognize corals. And so that's part of their education program. So yes, we offer lagoon school to our guest kids.
But the kids have to be 6 years old, from 6 to 12.
Perfect. Now, how long do guests typically stay at the resort? Is it a 1 week, or do people tend to stay longer?
Yeah, the minimum stay, as you know, is 2 nights. But I can tell you and tell all the advisors, if they book their clients for 2 days, they will have a claim when the guests come back home, because it will be far too short. The average would be rather 5 nights, and we do have guests that stay 1 week, and a little bit less often, but we do also have a number of guests that do stay for 2 weeks, rarely 3, but two weeks is not that rare.
Thank you. Now, we have an attendee who is planning a cruise from Hawaii to Tahiti in April. Is the Brando accepting guests post-cruise in the spring, given that the situation we're in?
Yes, as long as you have gone, because when you will be entering Tahiti for your testing, so as long as you have your test, you will be allowed to enter the country. And of course, we will be very pleased to welcome him at the Brando.
Wonderful. Okay. Just going through the questions. We've got lots of great questions. Is there stargazing at night? What a great question.
I have to say that it's true. Because we're in the middle of the ocean, the atoll has no light pollution and no pollution at all, I would say. So at night, we have millions of stars that we can see. But it seems that, the guests prefer to be right at their villa and just sitting by the pool or on their own beach in front of the villa and gaze from there. So we don't really have that. Our guests really like, and they really cherish privacy.
But you have to know that the most beautiful compared to any other places on Earth that I've been to.
Excellent. Now, there are a few people asking about other tours. Do you have other tours on or around the island?
Yeah. So for the birds lover, for example, we have a bird tour going to the bird islands, and we have a tour for snorkeling. We have a kayak tour exploration. So guests will go to the north of the atoll in between two motus. We call this channel a hoa, and it's really beautiful. So they can see the beehives, they can see life, and we have also
just to confirm, I mean, it's a very tour. You don't have to kayak from the hotel point. I mean, in fact, we take you with our excursion boat to one of the islands close to this, the one that you would be visiting, and then you get on a kayak and then you do the tour. And the tour will be roughly 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes.
We also suggest the ultimate tour. That's the most complete one to have a perfect glimpse of the beauties of the lagoon of Tetiaroa. And guests may see some coconut crabs. I don't know if you ever saw a coconut crab. It's the biggest arthropodus on Earth. So it's a really big purple or blue color crab cutting actually coconuts with their pinches. So they will discover this wildlife. And finally, we have a new tour called the Rimatu tour. And people will see the roof of the old village they had here 1 century ago. Oil. So now it's the road from the
early 90s.
Yeah, maybe from the 20s. And our guests will explain all our guides. Sorry, will explain all this story to our guests. Finally, we have this archaeological tour where guests will know better about Polynesian discovery of the South Pacific and all the cultural actually area on this atoll.
And the guide will be also be able to take you to a little snorkeling tour, as Boris mentioned earlier, at the Coral Garden, just to show you what you can see and what you have to look for while visiting the Coral Garden.
Without forgetting the green tour, of course.
Yes.
Wonderful. Do you offer weddings?
Oh, sorry, we didn't hear you.
Do you offer weddings?
Weddings, of course.
Which kind of wedding? I mean, when I say which kind, I'm sorry. Re-ask the question. You mean the wedding ceremony itself, the official one, or wedding parties?
Well, I think probably both.
Okay, so for the wedding, for the real wedding, I mean the official wedding, so you have to go through an administration process with the city hall on the main island of Tahiti. We can't do them right here on the island because we don't have any mayor here on the island. The mayor is on the main island of Tahiti, but this is feasible. I mean, we can organize that, and then we have we have different options in terms of wedding parties. Recently, back in August, we had a party of so for I would say the because we also do Polynesian wedding ceremonies, and then they have several days of lunch and dinners and tours, etc. So yeah, we can do that.
Excellent. Now, do you have different size villas, and do you have any villas that accommodate multiple families?
Of course, we have actually 35 villas. On the 35 villas, we have 30 of them with 1 bedroom. We offer also 4 villas with 2 bedrooms, and the 35th one will have 3 bedrooms. But more than these 35 villas, we also have the residence. You probably heard about this beautiful project with 4 bedrooms on. And
this one, it's a 3, I would say, guest bedrooms with bedroom and 2 bedrooms, similar to the ones that we. That can be where we can accommodate kids, for instance, but it's the main purpose of it is for staff, for the families that travel with a nanny or with a private secretary or with a butler or someone like this. So the person would be using that room. But we also had families that use that bedroom for an additional kid or someone, a family member.
And so families mostly enjoy the 2-bedroom villa or the 3-bedroom villas.
And we do also have, we have families, just for your information, it's really the way you want to enjoy it and how much privacy you want to have. We do have families, and especially the families that have grown-up kids, kids that are already with their significant ones, traveling together with their parents or the grandparents. And sometimes they prefer to have one big villa where some of them will be in the same roof, but then others will just on the side, the small individual villas. So they can still have their own privacy and be together when they need. So they have both ways.
Excellent, thank you. The tours you were talking about, are they all included in the price or are they extra?
They are. If you are on the all-inclusive basis, 1 tour per person per day is integrated into the package.
If I can make a sum up of the all-inclusive, I would say that if you take the all-inclusive package, the package will come with your accommodation, of course, and then you will have your, as Boris said, all your meals, meaning breakfast, lunch, and dinner, either at any of our restaurants or as the service in the villa. They will have all the drinks included from the wine list or from the the night bar, which is our lounge bar, Temanu, and from the mini bar, excluding for both food and beverages, excluding what we call the premium items, and especially with the drinks, some of the champagnes. We do provide champagne already in the all-inclusive, but we have upper brands, upper alcohols or wines that will be out of the all-inclusive package. And then we do have one excursion, which is one lagoon excursion done by Tetiaroa Society guides that is included, 1 per person per day and 1 spa treatment for the villa per day. As I said, if you are a couple, every 2 days you can enjoy together the 1 hour treatment, 50 minutes exactly. And then of course you can enjoy the bikes that are available throughout the resort for you. You have your own bike to wander around, and our guests do love it. It's like being like kids again. And then you have a number of amenities in.
Oh, I think we're losing audio a little bit. I think we got most of that though.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, I think we're good. I like the bikes. I'd love to be riding around on the bikes.
They are excellent. They are excellent.
Yeah, I bet. We have a question here wondering if there are any wheelchair accessible villas.
Yes, we do. We do have, in fact, the 2 closest villas from the resort center, and so they are designed differently. So they don't have any stairs or steps. You may have seen Charlotte getting from the main living room to the bedroom, and then getting back down, and then down to the pool. Where these 2 villas that are flooring, and you have ramps to get to the villa and to get to the beach. And we do have wheelchairs, even wheelchairs that will be able to go in the sand and down onto the beach in the water.
And you saw the cart, the electric cart to drive our guests from a point to another. We have a cart also which may welcome a wheelchair.
Yeah. So we also can transport you on a wheelchair from your villa back to your villa on this cart that has been especially designed for that purpose.
Wonderful. We have a question here. Is the pool a saltwater pool?
Not saltwater, rainwater. Well, so I didn't tell you because it's part of the green show, but we collect rainwater that people will be using while having a bath in their pool, their toilets, and we use also this rainwater to wash.
I think we lost the last little bit. We heard rainwater to wash.
Yeah,
Yes, and
that was it.
rainwater used in the pool, in the to wash the linen, and also to flush in the toilets.
Wonderful, thank you. Now, I think we've come up to our time. We have a few more questions, but I'm going to end on this one. What would you say are the top 3 things that make the Brando so special, besides it being a beautiful private island?
First of all, the sustainable aspects. Really, I'm convinced, of course, but this project is a really luxurious hotel in a pristine environment, and it reduces at the same time, and the guests should know that before coming, but also with us. So the sustainable aspect, I will put it on the first, on the top one.
I will put it the other way. I mean, the guests will be able to experience here a wonderful, a wonderful stay with a great nature, pristine environment, but knowing that they won't do any damage to this pristine environment, not at all, and even more. In fact, being here, they provide us more elements to build up and to help us to preserve a little bit more, or to reinstate some, like talk about the turtles, to be able to have this team of Temana taking care of the turtles and offering wonderful of the turtles on in French Polynesia, like taking care of the coconut crab that is an end of the birds as well, where we've been a sanctuary, natural sanctuary on Tetiaroa. So it helps us. So yeah, enjoying and knowing that this way they do not do any harm, and even more, they just help us to protect a little bit more.
And so for number 2, I don't know if you ever met Polynesian people, but definitely I would say their smile and authenticity. By discovering this culture, I think I will never leave this place ever. So
without anything in your heart.
Yes, Polynesian people and guests notice it and tell us that they really love how everyone is smiling, saying "Yaorana" every time, and it's really warm and a feeling and a sense of hospitality that you will never see other places in other places.
I would say something that I very departed, either myself or Loic, who is our regional manager. And we do go and see our guests before leaving. There is one thing very important to me, and I'm very proud of that, and I think everyone here is proud of that. 99% of our guests would say, I mean, this island is just wonderful, great. I mean, your installation, I mean, this sustainable aspect is wonderful. The facilities are really great, and that's true. But on top of that, what comes, and that's the thing that we keep with us, is the people that we have met at the resort, and the people talking about the staff of this place. I mean, either the ones that are working at the restaurant, or the maids, or the gardeners, or the guides, or whoever. I mean, just what they bring back with them is just the kindness and yeah, the joy of the Polynesian people here.
And number 3, in my opinion, I would say the Robinson Crusoe experience. You know, on Tetiaroa, which was the king and queen's place, go, then you take your paddle and you feel alone on this pristine environment. So it's really like feeling like Robinson Crusoe, and that would be the number 3, I would tell you.
You have seen probably the picture with Tiffany, remember, who was presenting you the lagoon of Tetiaroa. Around him, if you have paid attention, you have seen no boats, nothing. And in fact, there is nothing. And if you go on a tour, the only people that you will see will be yourself on the boat, and the only boat will be yours. Nothing else, because it's private, and it's a little bit away. I mean, it's 40 miles away from Tahiti, so you don't have many people that would come on a boat to Tetiaroa.
Even for the staff living here, you know, any cars, any noise pollution. Even for us to be here, just in common in nature, and fully directly, how can I say, connection with nature.
Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen. That was wonderful. I think our time is up. I don't want to take up too much more time of our guests, but I think we've got a poll here for a favorite cocktail. And thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you to our friends at Pleasant Holidays and Journeys for helping us put this together. Monique, thank you very much. Stephen, thank you very much. And Silvio and Boris, thank you. Silvio, to your whole team for taking us through your beautiful resort. And we really appreciate your time. And I can say, of the hundreds of people that joined us, every single one probably wishes they were standing next to you right now because it looks beautiful there.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you. And
yes,
we will show you who was behind the screen. Amelia Yorana.
Very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for showing us the world that you live in. Thank you very much. And I hope everybody stays safe, and we look forward to seeing you the next time we host one of our virtual events. And to Silvio and Boris and everybody, we hope to see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.